Hold on one second. Okay, this is our call tonight in helping people be able to get executive in their first 4 weeks in the business. Okay, but before we do jump into that, I do want to make a few announcements because I'm really excited for several of these individuals on our team. So I don't know if you've noticed, but in your back office, it will show you the different ranks in your back office as far as the leaderboard in our entire company. Okay. So we have a leaderboard for ambassadors, but we also have a leaderboard for preferred customers too. So the leaderboard for ambassadors are people who have recruited ambassadors and their ambassadors are starting to recruit. So they are on that leaderboard for being able to bring in their team as a whole is bringing in these ambassadors. Okay. Then there's a leaderboard for preferred customers. They themselves, as well as the people underneath them, are bringing in those preferred customers as well. Okay. So for ambassadors, the top 3 on our team in the company, okay, is Anna Melton, Nicole Gorgam, and Lindsay Ballantyne. Congratulations, ladies. That is absolutely amazing. For preferred customers, the first one on our team is Nicolette. Felicia Goodlow, and Katie Steinbrecker. So congratulations, ladies. This is amazing and this is huge. So being able to say, like, every single month, I strive to be on that leaderboard because that's a huge deal, right? For you as well as for your team as well. Okay. Alrighty. So we are doing this call as a whole collectively for our team. But on Wednesday night, if you are actually trying to hit executive this month, okay? So there are people who came in February, and in order for y'all to be able to capitalize on those fast start bonuses, you do have to be executive by the end of March, okay? There is a call that is going on tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow night, Wednesday. I'm so messed up on my nights, y'all. At 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. For those people who came in February and have not hit executive yet. And I am also opening it up for a one time for people who have been in before and for, ever how long and still they have not had a chance to hit executive yet. This call is open to y'all as well. If you need that information, you need to send me a private message and let me know, and I will send you the details. But what I want to go over tonight, we're just going to kind of scan the surface of it. I am going to open the call up actually to a few individuals who I asked to give their personal testimonies on how they were actually able to hit executive in less than 3 weeks. Less than 4 weeks. But also being able to help show the sponsors and the uplines of the individuals of being able to help you guys with hitting executive as well, and how to show and how to guide and how to help. Okay. So first thing is first, when somebody comes in, we want to be able to launch them in the first 24 to 48 hours of joining. Y'all, this is huge. If you've been on my team and you have had a group launch, and you did not have an individual one-on-one launch, you need to reach out to your closest elite ambassador, because now what we are doing is we are actually doing one-on-one launches. Okay. The reason why we tried to do the group launch was because we had so many people coming in, but we have realized it wasn't super effective. So we want to help relaunch all of you individuals. So you need to reach out if you are wanting to be relaunched. If you have both feet in the boat, you're wanting to hit executive, you need to reach out to them ASAP to be able to do that. Okay. You also want to be able to qualify the ambassadors that are coming in. Here are a few of the qualifications that you need to look for. 1, they can spend 5 to 7 hours a week on this. At a minimum. This is huge. And I don't mean being on calls like this. This is personal growth. This is things that are almost obvious that you need to do to help your business and to help you grow and to learn. I mean 5 to 7 hours of getting into action. Action meaning piquing interest, reaching out to people, being on the phone with people, following up with people, connecting and putting people in a 3-way chat. If this seems to be over your head right now, then you for sure need to have that one-on-one launch. I'm not being ugly, I'm just being honest. Okay? And if it is over your head still and you have that one-on-one launch, it's okay to reach out to your sponsor or your partner who you partnered with and say, hey, listen, like I feel a little overwhelmed and I'm really not quite sure and I want to make sure I'm doing it right. Y'all, no question is a dumb question. Okay? That's how you're going to learn. I know I probably drove Kalina absolutely crazy with all of my questions, but now I know, and now I'm able to help all of you guys, right? Okay. So, being able to 5 to 7 hours a week spent in action at a minimum. If you want to go up higher and hit higher ranks in a shorter amount of time, then you do need to be putting more effort and hours into it. Obviously, the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it, right? Second thing is being able to have that $200 upfront investment that first month. That's $40 for your joining fee, plus your products, shipping, taxes. It's going to be at a minimum of $200. Being able to have your auto ship turned on every single month with $100 in personal volume. It's not dollar for dollar. This is huge, y'all. This shows you that you have your business on, you're paying your utility bill. What I like to do with my products is, I definitely take them. I can't go a day without them. But I also use them to sample out as well. So then they are a tax write-off. Some people will purchase products and they'll turn around and resell them. But making sure that you're reselling them for the retail price. Okay? So a few different things, but making sure you have that auto ship running every single month. If you have that auto ship running every single month, you're getting reward points back that are going towards free product in the future. Hold on. Okay. So next is being able to see if they can do a training call, a launch call within the next 24 to 48 hours of them joining. If they are not able to do a launch call within that time frame, they need to be able to wait to sign up. Okay? That launch call is going to get them going, get them trained. They need to bring 15 to 20 names of people that they want to reach out to that launch call. And you are going to help them with reaching out. Okay? Then 24 to 48 hours after that launch call, they are doing their informal call. Their Fab, some of you know it as a Fab 5. We're calling it an informal call now. If they can say yes to all of those, then they are ready to be an ambassador. They have both feet in the boat. If they cannot say yes to all of them, then it might be better for them to be a preferred customer at first and eventually can turn into an ambassador. Okay, so we've launched the person now. They're ready to go. You have sat down with them and you've helped them get into action. You've helped them with reaching out. You've helped them with picking up the phone and calling people. This is the most important way, in my opinion, to pique interest, is literally picking up the phone and letting people hear your voice. It's that low-hanging fruit, the people that you can sell dirt to at first. If you don't have their number, then what you're doing is you are sending them a voice message so they hear the excitement in your voice. If you're excited, they're excited and they don't even know what they're excited about. Okay? So being able... I'm sorry, y'all. I'm at my sister-in-law's house and she's in the other room. Can y'all hear her laughing? She's in the other room talking about me and I'm getting distracted now. She's ringing her bell now. I'm over here because she broke her foot. She had surgery. I'm helping, and she, she has a little bell to ring me. Okay, so those are the first initial steps, right? So then what we want to do is help those people get to Builder the very first week. This is huge, y'all. We want to help people know that they are here and that they can win. Okay? So getting people to that first rank of Builder, which is 300 in organizational volume. So what that's going to look like is 2 ambassadors. Let's say that they both come in with 150 in volume, 150 in volume. Both of those equal 300. They are a Builder. Or let's say that they come in with 100 in volume, 100 in volume. These 2 people can go out and get a couple of or a customer each or an ambassador each, or you can personally sponsor a 3rd ambassador. And you've hit Builder. But we want to work week to week with people, right? The quicker we can get those bonuses and that money in their hand, the more excited they're going to be, the more forward they're going to start running. They are on fire then, right? You've already, by helping them get to that rank, you've already built that confidence in them that they can do this and they believe that they can do this. Okay? So this is a game plan for people who you are either trying to help with getting to executive this month, or maybe you yourself are trying to get to executive this month. Okay? Being able to be Builder by the 15th of this month. So 300 in organizational volume. Pro, so 600 in organizational volume by the 22nd. And then executive by the 29th. This is for somebody who's brand new. Okay, y'all? So then they have the 30th and the 31st to still continue to get more people in with those auto ships turned on, so they're that much closer to hitting elite the next month. Okay? So then people are like, oh my goodness, elite. Like, how do I do that? Y'all, we're always working with those newest people. So if somebody's trying to hit executive and they bring on those 2 people, those 2 personally sponsored ambassadors, then we're helping those 2 people, let's say, get a few customers, let's say 3 customers each. Now you have 800 in organizational volume. Then you help them go and get their 2 ambassadors each with a couple of customers mixed in between, and they're hitting executive. It's always working with those next people. Yes, I brought in, let's say I brought in Katie Steinbrecher. I did. I brought in Katie Steinbrecher. Okay. She went and got her 2. And she said, now what? And I said, okay, let's help them get some customers. Let's help them get some ambassadors. So she and I together worked to help them get customers and ambassadors. But y'all, she didn't stop at those 2 personally sponsored ambassadors. You keep going. If you have 4 personally sponsored ambassadors, you place them one on top of each other. Then you're helping them all get some customers and ambassadors, and it's that much easier and that much quicker to ranking up. Okay, but it's always working with that newest person. I just got off a phone call and a girl was wanting to hit elite by the end of March, and she was like, oh my gosh, and she just joined. She was like, I don't know if I can, like, that's a lot. But I told her and I broke it down and I said, you go personally sponsor 4 people and you help get all 4 of those people to executive and you're elite. We're always focusing on that newest person. Okay. Okay. So I am actually going to open it up to a few of my friends that I have asked to share their stories. I am going to actually first introduce Miss Katie Steinbrecher. They don't know which order they're going in, so they're like on pins and needles. The person who was giving me the hardest time on my when I went live for the promo deals earlier, she's going last, so she just has to like wallow. I'm teasing. She knows I'm teasing with her. Okay, y'all. So Katie Steinbrecher, She is a mama of 5. She is a NICU nurse. She's an executive ambassador here with Q Sciences. She is also a professional power lifter and absolutely incredible. So when people tell me that they don't have time to do this, I point to Katie Steinbrecher and I say, what's your excuse? So, Katie, will you please give just a couple of minutes how you were able to hit executive in your first 4 weeks?
Sure thing. Hello, everyone. Nice to see everybody on this call. Thank you, Katie, for that sweet introduction. So first and foremost, I have to thank my husband because he gives me the time that I need in the evenings to hop on these calls and pour into myself and spend time with other people and other women pouring into them, just like Katie is doing with us right now. So I have to kind of give him mad props because we do have 5 kids and this is right in the middle of bedtime. So he gets the brunt of all of that. But really, it's just sharing with everybody you come across the amazing opportunity that we have here. And then, like Katie said, being able to bring someone on, work with them quickly, have them bring someone on, work with them quickly, and so on and so forth. And that's what really has sustained my rank as executive since I hit it in my first month, like back in September. So it really is a very, very simple system. You reach out, you explain what we have here. And once you see it and hear it, like all of y'all on here, you know, you can't unsee it and can't unhear it. And then you work with those newest people as you pull them on so they see the success they have and how quickly they can have that success and then teach them that very simple system.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Next is Miss Emily Stutz. Emily, are you here?
Katie, I sent you a message. You must not have seen that. Do you want?
No, I did not see it.
Okay. Skip
okay.
her.
I'll skip her. Okay. Emily Dredd, are you here?
Yeah. Hold on. I had to run out of the chair, Jim. I'm coming on.
Sorry. Okay, guys, this is Emily Dredd, and I remember her reaching out, or actually somebody connecting us. Oh goodness, it was like the middle of February, and she just saying, "Oh, I don't know if I can do this. I know that they needed it financially." She has 2 kiddos. One of them is special needs, a baby, and she's also a cheer teacher. She's at the gym right now. And she was able to do this. She had enough belief in herself, enough confidence, and she was able to do it in less than 2 weeks, I believe. So, Emily, would love to hear your story.
Yeah. Sorry if I sound winded. I was just out there catching flying children. But yeah, Lindsay Valentine, I was actually going to see her, and she just kind of was like, "Hey, so like, do you like making money?" Like, well, who don't like making money? And then she was like, "Okay, well, I have something I need you just to trust me on." And I believe I got on the call that night. I was just like, no, I'm not doing this. I've heard this story, blah, blah, blah. Well, then her and Anna Grace pretty much like bombarded me in a great message. And so finally I was like, I mean, $200, it's like I'm going to Tunica. Why not? So I did it, and I listened to them. I listened to Katie. I listened to Caroline, Lindsay, and Anna Grace. And the biggest thing was I had to decide to be coachable. And once I made that decision to let them coach me and listen to them, and it was weird because I'm so used to being in charge, but I had to let them teach me. Sorry, my child's running in here. And once I did that, I got on every single call. I took all the notes. I got my velocity ticket, and I was just 100% in. And when I decided to go 100% in, it like blew up. And I don't have an issue talking to people, so I can't relate to that. I know a lot of people, and I'm okay talking. So I just reached out to everybody I knew. I reached out to people who I knew needed the money. I reached out to people who I knew could use the products, and then just randoms and reaching out. Hey, get out, shut the door. And I'm sorry, that was my 5-year-old. But I just reached out to everybody, and I got a lot of no's, and that no's were just as important as those yeses that I got. But those yeses got me to executive in 10 days. And I then had to teach them how to be coachable. They taught their people how to be coachable. It's like a domino effect. And then you also have the people who aren't coachable, but you don't give up on them either. And once I learned that nobody was giving up on me, so I'm not going to give up on anybody else. And and ever since then, I mean, I'm almost to elite, I believe. And I work here at the cheer gym every single day. I have competitions every weekend. So the excuse of not having time, the excuse of I'm too tired, I don't have the money. I didn't have the money. I know Katie didn't have the money, but we found the money and I made it back in 2 days. So that's my story. I'll see you next time.
I'm sitting there talking. Yes, she is so right. Thank you so much, Emily. Y'all, I mean, being able, the no's, they burn, right? Like they really do burn. But when you make it about them and not about yourself, it gets a lot easier because we have an invitation of health and financial happiness, right? To be able to offer to people. And it's up to them whether they accept that or not. And if not, it's nothing against you at all. And that was a hard lesson for me to learn because I definitely wear my heart on my sleeve for sure. But I did learn it and I've been able to move past that. So the more no's you get, you're that much closer to a yes. And y'all, those yeses are that much sweeter. Thank you, Emily. Okay, y'all. Last but not least, Miss Caroline Kelly. She was giving me a hard time earlier because I didn't draw her name in our giveaway.
I think you're purposely trying to make me mad and fire me up or something. I don't know.
That's what it was. Y'all, Caroline, she joined me back in January. I guess it was maybe on the 15th of January. And well before the end of the month, probably within a matter of 9 days, she was able to hit executive. And once again, she is one of those Cinderella stories of, first of all, she did, and I'm going to pick on her for a second because she knows I love her, but she told me no for a year and a half. But I kept coming back to her. I kept dripping on her because I knew eventually that no was going to turn into a yes. She ignored me as well. But I knew eventually that would turn around. She is a super busy mama of 2 boys. One of them is also special needs as well. When she agreed to do this with me, she was working 3 jobs to support her family. Now she has pretty much been able to cut almost every single one of those out. She's on the back end of one of them and fully focusing on this because she was able to hit bronze actually in 5 weeks. But she is going to share with you how she was able to hit executive so quickly. So, Caroline?
Thank you, Katie. Thank you all for letting me speak. I have a list of things and I don't have much time. So you do have time. Like Katie said, if this is important to you, if you need money, if you love this business and if this is where you want to be, then you can make time. Like she said, I was cleaning 10 houses a week. I was organizing for people. I was also working another business that, another company. Anyways, all of that. I was staying up all night doing all the things and I still was able to hit those ranks because I saw on the compensation plan what I needed to do and how much money I would make. And that means that I can stop doing all these things. So you do have time. You just have to figure out what your priorities are and where your time is going to make money for you. No matter how good I cleaned that house, it was only going to give me $100. I can spend 3 hours in this business and make $1,500 and rank up. So use your time wisely. I let Katie coach me. I let her tell me exactly what to do because I didn't know. And coming in, none of us know. This is different than any other company that we've ever been in, or if we've never done it before, we also don't know what we're doing. So let people coach you. Go to them and say, now what? Go to them and say, I have this person. What do I say? Help me. We are here to help. When she launched me, she put me on the spot. First of all, I didn't know that it was really a big deal that I hit executive in like 9 days. I was like, okay, whatever, what's next? Here we go. Now I'm like, hey, that was pretty cool. I did that. But on my launch call, she put me on the spot, didn't know what a launch call was. I was like, yeah, whatever, let's talk. Learning as I go, and we all are. So she put me on the spot and she was like, you're gonna call some people right now. And I'm like, but we did. And I fully believe that that boosted my confidence so much that when we got off that call, I was ready to go. I knew what I was supposed to do. So step out of your comfort zone, listen to your upline when they say, or if you are the upline, don't be scared to have your people step out of their comfort zone, because I have grown so much. Like, I'm comfortable talking to you guys right now, and there's a whole bunch of people on here. So you just, every time you grow a little bit more. It's 100% duplicatable. It just is. You have to teach your people that it's duplicatable. Make sure that they're doing the steps to make it duplicatable. A 10-year-old kid can do this, can invite people on, can talk. So just get comfortable, share what you love about it, and it gets easier. Your support system. Katie already said this. I know a lot of people don't have this, and I'm sorry, and I don't know how to fix that, but it's very important that you find a way to have some support. So hopefully you can figure out a way to get that. But my husband is not here. Actually, he works out of town, but he fully supports me. He sees what I'm doing and is my biggest cheerleader. So find you some support, even if it's a friend. If your husband thinks you're crazy, find you a friend that will high five you and be like, yes, girl, let's make some money. It'll help. That's all. Sorry.
Tips. Thank you so much. And she is so right. I mean, y'all, even if you don't have a spouse that supports you, because I'm just going to be completely honest, most of them in the beginning are very like skeptical, right? I mean, just like we probably would be skeptical of things that they may be doing, right? I mean, my husband, when I started, he was like, babe, come on now. Like, what's going to be different about this? Like, you've done this before. What's different? And I was like, please just give me 6 months and I will prove to you. So 6 months goes by. I'm doing way better than we ever expected. And I was like, okay, so do I need to quit now? Like, is this my time up? And he was like, but seriously though, like, they're skeptical. You have to prove to them that you can do this. And I promise you, once they start seeing that money coming in, they will be like, okay, you know what? Yes, I can do this. I support you. But if you don't have that, just like Caroline said, find friends who are going to high five you. You have an amazing support system right here. We have 40 people on. Find somebody here. We will support you. We will build you up. Okay? So I don't want to keep you guys much longer because I am really going to try to start keeping these more to 30-minute calls and not longer than that. But I hope that this was helpful for you. If anything within this seems like off or you're confused, please do not hesitate to reach out to your closest elite bronze ambassador. They will be there to help you. And if they don't know the answer, they'll find the answer out. We're all here to help one another succeed. Okay, starting with those newest people. If you are the newest person and nobody is working with you, reach out to me. I'll work with you. We want to see everybody win and succeed here. People are joining us, y'all, because they trust us. They trust us to help make their money back, that investment back, and also put money in their pocket each month thereafter. You don't want to drop the ball and recruit all of these people and not be able to get them to where they need to be. Okay, so I hope that this was a helpful call tonight. If you are on my team and you have not hit executive yet, we have that call on Wednesday night, tomorrow night at 9 Central Standard Time. I know it's late, but it's with Kelly Allred, y'all. She is from corporate. She is a big, huge deal. She is going to go. I mean, I never had anybody like that helping me, by the way. Okay. So for y'all to have this, it's huge. So reach out to me if you're on my team. And if you do not already have the graphic for the information, and I'll make sure that you have that information. But thank you all so much for joining tonight. The call tomorrow night, Rachel, is at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay. Y'all have a great night, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, y'all.